This is how easy it is to pacify a Democrat, get him to put aside his critical thinking, and cause him to act on emotions, thereby buying into the political psychopathy.
You want to see how aggressively unprepared Donald Trump is to actually run against Kamala Harris's new VP pick, Tim Walz? Trump just released a statement saying, quote, "Tim Walz will unleash hell on earth." Yeah, this is Tim Walz after signing legislation that would provide free school lunches to all children in Minnesota. Wow.
And my legs hurt too.
Good job, Webster.
So, yeah, not exactly sure the whole unleashing hell on earth branding is going to stick to that guy.
So from little Brian's simple-minded propagandized perspective, you can't possibly unleash hell while hugging children.
Not exactly sure the whole unleashing hell on earth branding is going to stick to that guy.
That's how easy it is to hoodwink Democrats. Now let's take a look at how easy it is to deceive Republicans.
A remarkable moment in North Carolina seconds ago. Donald Trump giving his first outdoor rally speech since the assassination attempt that nearly led to an on-air execution. Donald Trump flew by the event, which was very awesome, and President Trump then began his speech behind bulletproof glass, which is how his outdoor rallies are going to look now. But when Donald Trump noticed somebody in the audience who wasn't well, he did this.
Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. I love you, Trump.
This is a side they never want you to see of Donald Trump. Hugging, loving on somebody, leaving the safety and security of the bulletproof glass, a fearless man who loves his country and loves his movement.
So politicians who take an opportunity to get a valuable photo op that expresses and conveys humanity to inhuman, immoral politicians definitely impresses Republicans like Benny Johnson and Democrats like Brian Tyler Cohen. It's easier, far easier to deceive the masses than to convince them that they've been deceived.
Only in America could there be a me.
Poor celebrity billionaire Oprah Winfrey, who's a friend of Harvey Weinstein. Is that a tongue in Harvey's ear?
So Rose McGowan has put Oprah on blast. Rose recently called out Oprah on Twitter over her past associations with some controversial men. Rose wrote, quote, "From being pals with Harvey Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come." And just to refresh your memory, music producer Russell Simmons has been accused of rape by at least 15 women.
3 days after Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." The 54-year-old who's appeared on Oprah's show captioned his post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right. You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses. My bad."
Anyway, while you were working that second job last night because political parasites have trashed the economy, at the DNC last night, Oprah let a whole crowd of brain-pickled lemmings know that she's been on the receiving end of racism, sexism, and, wait for it, income inequality.
From the redwood forests, love those redwoods, to the Gulf Stream waters, I've seen racism and sexism and income inequality and division. I've not only seen it, at times I've been on the receiving end of it.
After she bowed down at the altar of the DNC, Oprah gave an interview to CBS News, who just so happened to coincidentally conduct that interview in front of a number that, let's say, has a little history.
I really care about this country. There couldn't have been a life like mine, a career like mine, a success like mine without a country like America. Only in America could there be a me. The bottom line for me is that decency and respect are on the ballot.
What will it mean to you to see Kamala Harris take the oath of office as the first female president of the United States?
The glass ceiling has been shattered. There will be weeping in the streets, and I will be among those weeping in the streets, okay?
Okay. Democrat propagandist Donald Lamone took to the streets again. And to his credit, he uploaded some responses he probably didn't want to hear.
How are you feeling about the election?
I'm going for Trump. I feel like every time they don't want somebody who is good for us to win, they throw somebody black in our face thinking that's going to like make us vote for the black person.
I voted for Obama because he was black. I don't want to vote for her because she's the first black woman to run for president or to win.
I don't vote.
Well, I want Donald Trump. I'm sorry. I want Donald Trump.
Why do you apologize?
Well, I know nobody likes him, but we had good times with Donald Trump.
I'm running for Trump, so.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why?
Yeah. I don't know. I just always been a fan of his, so that's what I'm running for.
I used to be against Trump. I used to live in Virginia. I saw the bad side of it, but really moving to Cleveland, I saw the other side of it. I'm supporting Trump.
You are? Because?
Because it has to change. Yeah. It has to change, and now I vote more for what fits me better as a person rather than voting for the black person or voting for the first woman. So
what do you think about Kamala Harris?
I think they say she's phony and fake, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I'm like Trump saying, you know, what are you, you know? So I'm not feeling her. People get mad about it, I'm just not feeling her.
I don't like her the way she speaks, the giddiness, the laughing. Everything's a joke, and it's not a joke. We're in trouble.
I'm going for Trump. Kamala was on Biden's team, and I don't like Biden. Gas wasn't this high when Trump was our president. Food wasn't this high. I'm going for Trump. And super popular Brian Tyler Cohen continues to display his ignorance concerning micro and macroeconomic issues. Check this out.
Kamala Harris just says something that will absolutely be the difference in this election.
I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food. My plan will include new penalties for opportunistic companies that exploit crises and break the rules.
Now, here's why this is so important. Just a day before Kamala Harris came out and said that she was going to focus on taking the price gougers to task, Donald Trump had come out and said that he was also worried about high prices, but that the reason that there were high prices wasn't because of these food retailers who were making money hand over fist and raking in record profits, but instead blamed it on Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And so, in effect, Donald Trump is giving a pass to the people who are actually responsible for this by casting the blame instead on his political opponents. Meaning if he becomes president, we won't see lower prices because he is not holding the people who are responsible for the high prices to account in the first place.
Newsflash for you, Brian. Banksters who control the issuance and the value of America's currency are the primary cause for all the inflation that we're seeing. So stop shilling and start learning. And Kamala Harris made an embarrassing and hypocritical promise at the DNC last night.
Now compare that to Donald Trump, because I think everyone here knows he doesn't actually fight for the middle class. He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. And all the while, he intends to enact what in effect is a national sales tax, call it a Trump tax, that would raise prices on middle-class families by almost $4,000 a year. Well, instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
Wait a minute, Kamala. You're going to pass middle-class tax cuts if you become president?
We will pass a middle-class tax cut.
Why don't you and Uncle Joe just do it now? And I can hear the argument. Well, the reason they don't do it now is because the Republicans control the House. Well, then here's what you do. You write the bill, cutting the middle class taxes, send it to Congress, and if the Republicans reject it, they automatically make themselves look bad, and then creepy Uncle Joe can just issue an executive order saying, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut middle class taxes. And then you'll be a hero, Joe. You want to be a hero, don't you? But the reason you don't do it, and there can only be two, is number one, you two have the power to do it, but you don't want to because you truly hate all Americans. But it's more likely number two. It's the banksters who are in control, and they won't allow you to do it. And they and their bankster pals truly hate all Americans. Together, it's just a big pretend love fest, which is truly a hate fest. And the lemmings are still buying this crap, which underpins the whole reason why we have this channel in the first place. The real power brokers are not the political puppets, but the ones who pull the strings. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. Binge watch a couple of my videos. All of them are still very much in play right now as the day when I made them. Remember, the price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Stop securing your oppression and start today. I'll see you in the next video.